Welcome. Today we're going to explore, well, a rather chilling side of Japan. One that you might not often consider. When you think of Japan, you probably picture efficiency, politeness, maybe remarkably low crime rates. And mostly that's true. But beneath that calm surface, there's this hidden world. Unresolved mysteries, criminals who've just vanished.
Yeah, despite Japan's reputation for safety, there are people who've dodged justice for years, decades even. Their faces are still up on most wanted posters all over the country. And these aren't minor offenses. We're talking about brutal violence, shocking betrayals, incredible escapes. A lot of these stories aren't really known outside Japan. So today, we're pulling back the curtain on 4 of Japan's most notorious fugitives. It really is a stark contrast, isn't it? Challenges that peaceful image. And what's interesting is how these cases reveal, the dark side of human nature, but also the specific challenges investigators face there. Things like tight-knit communities, privacy concerns. Sometimes people just don't want to talk, even to the police.
Exactly. So let's start. The first case, Hoshi. Justice has been waiting for, almost 30 years now? There's a 3 million yen bounty out for him. That's about $20,000 US. Okay, picture this. 1998, Gumma Prefecture. A seemingly quiet residential area, but inside one home, 3 members of the same family were brutally murdered, and the killer, Hoshi, is still up there. At the time, Hoshi was 28, a delivery driver. His route took him to a drugstore where an 18-year-old woman, Ishi, worked. Now, Corey apparently struggled socially, and he developed this really intense, one-sided obsession with her. He even bought a brand new Nissan Silvia sports car, told people he bought it just for her. Ishi found that, deeply unsettling.
Understandably. That's a huge red flag right there.
Yeah, right. He eventually asked her out. She reluctantly agreed. It was terrifying for her. She said he deliberately drove the wrong way, away from her home, a long detour that really scared her. After that, she refused any more dates. But Hoshi's obsession just got worse. He figured out her address, started stalking her, random phone calls, just breathing, notes left on her car.
Just classic, terrifying stalking behavior escalating.
Yeah. When he quit his delivery job, Ishi thought, okay, finally it's over. She felt relieved. But then, January 14th, 1998, Ishi gets home, Tokusaki City. As she walks in, Hoshi ambushes her, grabs her from behind, forces her into a room, held her down for nearly 3 hours, whispering things like, I really like you.
His breath was apparently stale. It's just awful.
3 hours? That's unimaginable terror.
After he finally fled, Ishi went upstairs. The hallway was covered in blood, and then she found them, her parents, her grandmother, hidden in separate closets, killed with a knife.
Oh my God. And the trail just went cold immediately, which is so often the challenge. He used that new Nissan Silvia license plate Gumma 33867 to get away. Last seen heading towards Saitama. And then nothing. The car's never been found. Gunma police have been looking for 27 years straight. Still nothing. And it's that persistence, like you said, that's key, especially because of a big legal change in Japan. In 2010, they abolished the statute of limitations for murder. It used to run out. Now it doesn't. So Corey Hoshi's face stays on those posters. Forever, basically. Until he's caught or confirmed dead. His description. 170 centimeters tall. That's about 5'7". Long face, slender build back then. Habits include, apparently, smelling his hands and biting his nails. If he's alive, he'd be 55 now.
And that commitment from the justice system is serious. The 3 million yen reward is significant. Plus, if caught, he faces the death penalty. And potentially over 150 million yen. That's over $1 million US in compensation to Ishi. The gravity doesn't fade.
Okay, from that kind of long-term obsession, let's shift to our next fugitive, Hatui. This case is different. More impulsive, calculated violence. And the bounty is even higher, 8 million yen. About 54,000 US dollars. Hatui. You look at his picture, he seems kind of boyish, right? Doesn't scream hardened criminal. But experts say he shows traits of the Dark Triad, narcissism, psychopathy, Machiavellianism, manipulation, no empathy, inflated ego.
Yeah, that Dark Triad profile often pops up in these kinds of senseless violence cases.
He was 28 at the time of the main incident. History of exploiting welfare, scamming people, causing trouble. He even had a prior suspended sentence for illegally confining a woman he met on a dating app, just months before this happened.
So a pattern of concerning behavior was already there.
Definitely. Then, June 29th, 2022, Beppu City. 2 19-year-old university students, let's call them A and B, are on their motorbikes. They notice Hatui playing loud music on his phone. Student A glances at him, maybe confused. Hatui immediately gets angry, shouts, "What the hell are you looking at?" Then yells at them for wheeling their bike out the wrong exit of a parking lot.
Just explodes over nothing, basically.
Exactly. Student A apologizes, bows, they ride off, they stop at a red light, maybe 370 meters away. Suddenly, they hear an engine roaring. It's Hatui. He'd follow them in his white Mini. He deliberately slams into them at 100 kilometers per hour, about 62 miles per hour.
Oh, horrific. Straight into them at a red light.
Student A died instantly. Student B was terribly injured, but survived, thankfully. Hatui crashes into a pole, then just bolts, abandons the car, leaves his wallet, smartphone, shoes, everything. Runs off barefoot near Yacht Harbor about 2 kilometers away, even takes off his shirt and leaves it behind.
That immediate flight, ditching everything.
Yeah.
It shows panic, sure, but it also raises questions about the police response time. For a country known for efficiency, reports say it took 2 full days for police to even visit his home, despite having his ID up in the car.
Right, 2 days.
It might point to that reliance on immediate, tangible evidence. If the guy vanishes instantly, sometimes there's a lag.
That delay is critical, like you said. It fuels all the theories about how he disappeared. Some thought he drowned, went into the sea. But experts doubt that. They think ditching the shirt was smart, makes him look like just another shirtless jogger.
Plausible. And he was apparently very fit, obsessed with working out, cycled for 10 hours once.
Yeah, he could have run or even swum a fair distance. Got home, changed, grabbed cash, hopped on a train maybe.
And blending in. It's maybe easier than you'd think in Japan.
Totally. Face masks are common. People value anonymity. He could just disappear into the crowd.
Plastic surgery, makeup maybe, even disguise as female. It's all possible.
And he apparently had no problem with stealing. Said his life plan involved theft, not work. Easy to do petty theft in Japan, unfortunately. Could be living off grid. Abandoned buildings. He liked the outdoors, maybe even the mountains.
So many possibilities.
But here's the really troubling part. Technically, he's still wanted mainly for a road traffic violation, not murder.
Despite the evidence pointing to intent, that seems odd.
Very odd. There's this story from his time in prison. He supposedly asked a gangster the best way to handle an argument. The gangster apparently said, use a car, looks like an accident, you'll just get a traffic charge.
Wow. And it looks like he took that advice literally.
Seems like it. Student A's family is fighting hard to get the charge upgraded to murder, but police have refused. Some think the police might want the case to fade away, avoid the embarrassment, maybe?
That's a cynical view, but you can see why the family feels that way.
To stop that, there's the Beppu Wish Foundation now, trying to keep the case visible. And this detail really gets me. Student A dreamed of visiting all 47 prefectures in Japan. After his death, his friend visited the remaining 27 for him. Bought souvenirs for A's family, sent messages to A's line account, knowing they wouldn't be read.
Oh, that's incredibly poignant, a testament to their friendship.
Yeah. The 8 million yen, bounty 3 from the police, 5 from the family, keeps the Hatui hunters going, hoping for a breakthrough. Okay, from road rage to something much more organized and, frankly, sadistic. Fugitive number 3, Matate Shinichi. They call him the Prince of Cruelty, bounty. 6 million yen, about 40,000 US.
Prince of Cruelty. That nickname tells you a lot already.
Yeah, he had a normal upbringing apparently, but also genius IQ 145, and he confessed to being a psychopath. His hobbies, school broadcasting club and animal torture, throwing cats into traffic, chopping them up alive, horrific stuff.
That combination of high intelligence and extreme cruelty is deeply disturbing.
Ran away from home in high school. Started a gang, the Kusatsu Black Emperors. Later, he revived an older, feared motorcycle gang, Kanto Rengo Boshu. Under him, they became infamous for extortion, extreme violence, pulling out teeth, fingernails. He didn't care who the victim was, rivals, women, children. Regularly beat people nearly to death.
Just pure, unrestrained brutality.
Then, September 2nd, 2012, a mistaken identity murder. Matate wanted revenge for a gang member killed earlier. He and 11 henchmen stormed a club in Roppongi, a nightlife district in Tokyo, found their target in the VIP area, savagely beat him to death, but it was the wrong guy. The victim was Ryo Fujimoto, 31 years old, no gang ties. They thought he was one of the Kimura brothers' rivals.
The tragic, brutal mistake. And Matate got away.
He did, helped by a mistress known only as Mchan. She was a caper hostess, sort of a high-end club hostess. Apparently she had this serpent-like charisma, really good at manipulating people, helped him escape.
And the trail led overseas, right? Pretty strong evidence he went to the Philippines. Probably hiding out on some remote island, protected by criminal contacts. Shows his planning, ruthlessness, and money. He clearly had resources.
Yes, escaped just a week after the murder. But then proof emerged he came back to Japan secretly in 2013. Used a sea route from Thailand, apparently, to get hidden cash.
Risky move. How did they know?
People who saw him then said he looked totally different. Long hair, beard. They strongly suspect plastic surgery.
He's definitely capable of drastic measures.
More recently, just this year, 2024, police investigated a condo in Manila Bay. They thought he was living there under a fake name.
Find him.
No, it was abandoned. He likely picked that area because lots of Japanese expats live there, plus casinos nearby. Easy to blend in or launder money.
Makes sense.
Now, the speculation is he might have come back to Japan again. Found life in Southeast Asia a drag, apparently. Some even think he's back for revenge on the actual Kimura brothers who are due out of prison soon.
That would be quite a confrontation. Fits his profile, though. And the 6 million yen bounty, half from the police, half private, shows they're still very serious about catching him. He's a major international target.
Okay, our final case. This one is complicated. A real tangled web. Fugitive number 4, Oba Katsuyuki. 3 million yen bounty. Same as Hoshi. About $20,000 US. This story starts June 28th, 2008. A 17-year-old girl, Satoko Ko, disappears. Now, to avoid confusion, we have to call her Satoko B. You'll see why.
Okay, Satoko B.
Got it. She gets a call from Oba Katsuyuki. He was her best friend's boyfriend. She leaves home. As she leaves, she jokes to her own partner, "I might be killed. If I am, I'll call you, okay?" Chilling, right?
Horribly chilling premonition.
Last seen on CCTV at a 7-Eleven around 10:43 p.m. That's the last time anyone saw Satoko be alive. Early the next morning, June 29th, Oba is seen at a gas station. His right hand is injured, wrapped in a white cloth. His family saw the injury, too.
An injury right after the disappearance. Okay.
July 1st, Satoko B's body is found in a stream, strangled. Severe head injury, too, suggesting she was maybe dropped from a bridge.
So the timeline is tight. She disappears, he's injured, her body is found.
Exactly. Hours after the body is found, Oba crashes his car. He's distraught. Tells a fisherman he finds, "I fought with a woman and hit her. I'm finished. I have no choice but to die."
A confession, basically.
Seems like it. The next morning, he calls a friend, says he's going to jump off in Nosu Cliffs, sends goodbye texts to his girlfriend, his brother. His friend actually goes to the cliffs, finds him there, but then leaves him, which is weird.
Yeah, very strange. Why leave someone who's suicidal?
Right. Later, police find Oba's wallet, sandals, car keys at the cliffs. They conclude, faked suicide, went on the run. End of story. Right.
But it sounds like there's more to it. This is where the journalist comes in.
Precisely. Freelance journalist Akio Kuroki. He didn't just report the police version, he dug deeper. And he found some major inconsistencies. Shocking stuff, really.
Okay, what did he find?
Okay, first big thing. Remember I said call the victim Satoko B. Oba's girlfriend at the time was also named Satoko Ko. Let's call her Satoko A. Mistaken identity potential right there. 2 Satoko Kos.
Exactly. Second, Oba had a history of violence. Hit his wife, hit his girlfriend, Satoko A. Third, he owed a lot of money, 1.2 million yen, about $8,000 to a guy connected to the Yakuza. Let's call him Mr. Y.
Yakuza involvement. That complicates things.
Hugely. Mr. Y had threatened Oba with a katana, forced him to make Satoko A, the girlfriend, the guarantor for the debt.
So Satoko A was now financially on the hook if Oba didn't pay Mr. Y.
Right. Fourth revelation. Oba's doctor said the hand injury he had, impossible to strangle someone with it at that time.
Okay, that contradicts the cause of death.
Fifth, and this is maybe the creepiest, Oba apparently knew Satoko B was dead before the police officially announced it.
How would he know that unless... Okay, wow.
And the final chilling piece. The journalist, Akio Kuroki, the one who uncovered all this, found dead in his car, carbon monoxide poisoning, shortly after publishing his findings.
Oh no, that is highly suspicious. Very. Plus, Mr. Y himself later admitted threatening Oba and forcing Satoko A to be the guarantor. And Mr. Y had previously told Oba that if you want to kill someone, use a car, make it look like an accident. Sound familiar?
Just like the advice given to Hatui Yuichi. That's disturbing.
So all of this led to a completely different theory, pushed by online communities mostly. Oba was framed.
Framed by who? Mr. Y.
The theory goes, Mr. Y or his associates went after the guarantor, Satoko A, to scare Oba or collect the debt. But they accidentally killed Satoko B instead. Mistaken identity.
Because they had the same name.
Yes. And then the police, maybe because they'd initially failed to act on Oba's complaints about Mr. Y's threats.
They needed a suspect quickly.
Maybe. The theory suggests they pinned it all on Oba, pushing the fake suicide and fled narrative to cover their own tracks.
That's a complex theory. But given the journalist's death And Mr. Y's actions is plausible. And it makes you question the whole escape narrative, too. Fleeing barefoot from cliffs. Alone, it seems. Difficult. Unlikely without help. Suggests maybe he didn't flee alone, or maybe he didn't flee at all in the way they said.
Exactly. So the mystery endures. Satoko B, tragically, has now been dead as long as she was alive. Officially, Oba Katsuyuki is guilty, still on the run, one of Japan's most wanted. But what really happened? Did he fake his death? Or was he a pawn in a much darker game? It leaves you wondering. These cases, they're all deeply unsettling, aren't they? They really stick with you. They haunt Japan for sure. But they also show this relentless pursuit of justice, even when the trail goes cold for decades. And they reveal what can hide beneath that orderly surface.
It makes you think, doesn't it? What does it really take for someone to just vanish? And how much darkness can a society, even one as structured as Japan, actually conceal? It really questions how much we ever truly know.
Absolutely. Well, if you found these stories as gripping and chilling as we did, and you want to hear more true crime tales, especially the ones less told, please do consider liking this deep dive, maybe share it with someone who'd find it interesting, and subscribe to our channel, Horror Docx. Your support really does help us keep bringing these kinds of stories to light. Thanks so much for joining us today.